This is Zoe. This is my little dog. Say hi, dog. Say hi. She likes to say hi. I've been looking at a camera, and the one I'm looking at is the Panasonic G85. And I'm really curious because I want to know if any of you use it and what you think about it for video. I've done a couple of vlogs here in the channel, but I want to do more because I often have an opportunity to go to Hey, I'm filming. I often have an opportunity to go to pretty cool places. The dog won't shut up. Hey. As I was saying, I often have an opportunity to go to... So what I was trying to say was that I often have opportunities to go to cool places, and what I'd like to do more of here on the channel is create behind-the-scenes video, vlogs basically, that show me out shooting, talking about the shot that I'm working on getting, and how I got the shot, and sometimes maybe how I didn't get the shot. But the point is to give you more of a behind-the-scenes look at what I'm capturing in the field, because you've seen a lot of how I do things in post to get what I want. But I'd like to share more behind the scenes as well, and it's a lot of fun for me. It pushes me creatively to think of new things and that sort of thing. So I'm going to keep doing, or I'm going to start doing more of that, I guess. However, I haven't really had the gear for it. I'm filming this on an iPhone, and I think twice I've done a little bit of a vlog before, and they were shot on the iPhone, and the iPhone's okay, but it's not great. I want a real camera for it, and so I've been looking at the Panasonic G85, so I'm really curious if any of you have used it and what you think about it for a video camera. I'm not looking for anything to replace my Sony for shooting stills. Love the Sony, totally committed to that platform. It's just that there's a lot of features in the Panasonic, including a fully articulating screen that flips out all the way, that allow me to do things I can't really do with the current models of Sony. So I'm looking at that, and I'm curious about your feedback. Also, I went to a recent event. Panasonic was a sponsor of a drink and click event where basically a couple hundred photographers show up. We hang out in a bar. They bring in a couple of models, and people can try out the Panasonic cameras, take some photos of them and whatnot. So I went because it's fun, it's social, there's beer involved, it's about photography. So I went, and you know what? I knew I'd have a good time, but I actually had a good time filming and also taking photos, portraits of these models. It's not my thing. If you've seen any of my videos, you know I shoot pretty much anything that can't talk back. It's kind of my mantra. And so it's kind of a challenge for me to figure out how to process these, but I did it, and I'll show you that here in a moment. I also want to show you some of the filming that I did where I was kind of just moving around the room and taking video clips of what was going on at the drink and click, some videos of the models kind of modeling or doing whatever you call that, I guess modeling, and that sort of thing. I think the video looks really good. I'm curious what you think as well. This is not, hey, Jim did this great vlog. This is actually just Jim looking for feedback on what you think the quality of the video looks like, right? Not the quality of how Jim captured the video. And to be clear, I never shoot portraits, and I was shooting it with a camera brand that I don't use, and a camera that I literally have never used. But they came out okay. So I did a couple of portrait edits as well in Luminar, because there's a lot of power in Luminar, and there's a lot of fun. So check out the video clips, let me know what you think, and then we'll pop into the editing of the portraits. All right, thanks for watching, I appreciate it. Okay, so here I am in Luminar, and this is my base portrait. Now I cropped it in 16:9, and to be clear, I know there's a thing called portrait orientation, and a lot of times you'll shoot portraits in portrait orientation. I didn't. I shot it in landscape. It actually works a whole lot better for video. Not that at the time that I was thinking about doing anything with it, but anyway, here we go. So that's my base, and that's my final result. So I got a number of filters over here. Let me walk through that and we'll get started. Okay, so now starting with the develop filter, and to be clear, this is actually a preset that I used. There's a preset pack by Laura Tillinghast. She does some work with Skyloom as well on Luminar. She's a portrait photographer, and she has this stunning portrait preset pack on the Luminar marketplace. It's free. It's really good. Again, I don't take portraits, as you know, but I love the look of these because they're kind of dramatic and different. Like, if I'm going to do portraits, I'm going to just kind of go with my style. And I found this one, this color intensify bold, that I thought looked really good. So it had most of these filters, and then I added a little bit and did some tweaks. But as you can see here, you start with the develop filter, and then saturation and vibrance came in, and you know, that's kind of my thing, right? She has a vignette on it as well. I like it. I actually went a little heavier with the vignette, I believe, than the preset called for. Brightness went down and contrast came up. It's starting to get nicely, richly colored, and also, you know, like dramatic, I guess is the best way of putting it. Here's a cool thing is she used a LUT, right? So this LUT, I love the look of that. It's a little too orange, which is why I added HSL, which was not in there. But it's this color punch hot LUT that I guess is built into Luminar. I don't really know. To be honest, I don't really use LUTs. And I haven't really gotten around to playing with them that much lately. I did in the beginning, but it's not really my thing. So, however, I think it looks really cool here. I love that it creates this more dramatic look. So, made some minor adjustments there, and then I just added HSL. And HSL was purely just to take down the saturation of those reds and oranges. I don't think I did any luminance or hue, no. Just some saturation adjustments because it was way too red and unnaturally colored, which, you know, I think you can do in portraits. I think it's okay to go, you know, push things if you're going for a creative and kind of dramatic look. I wanted to take the saturation down. I didn't want too much of an unnatural color tint, but, you know, that's that. There's the base. And the final result, I was obviously creating a little bit of drama. I like the vignette, how it darkened the background and allows the subject to sort of stand out. I also made some adjustments to the highlights over here because they were too bright on her. And I just, you know, I wanted to soften that up a little bit. So, you know, before and after is fairly different. I mean, you know, it's definitely a dramatic look, but she's fairly muscular. And so I think the dramatic look works well here. And that's my 2 cents, if you will, on this portrait. Let me show you the other one real quick. Okay, and here we are with the second one. This one I actually did shoot in portrait orientation. Here's your base photo, and here's the adjusted photo. Very simple and straightforward edit. This was less dramatic to me. It was more about the lighting and just kind of focusing on her face. Develop filter, very simple stuff. Just lowered exposure, a little bit of contrast. Then it's a highlight, shadow, white, black kind of thing where I just kind of massage those until they kind of look the way I wanted them to look. Orton effect I thought came in handy here. Creates a nice little bit of glow to her skin and a little bit of darkness in the background, which is setting her off. She was, you know, getting hit with lights, if I recall correctly, from both sides, and so, you know, I think the Orton works here. And then I just added a vignette to sort of further darken the outer bands, if you will, the exterior of the frame, and that was it. I mean, very straightforward and simple. Almost no editing on that one. It just smooths out her skin a little bit, gives her a little bit of glow, and darkens the background to help her stand out a little bit. And there's a before and after. Simple, easy, and in fact, I based this on a preset that's one of the portrait presets that comes built into Luminar, and then I just made some adjustments. So it's a beauty of Luminar. Even though I'm not a portrait person, I like the photos. I think they came out pretty decent. And, you know, I'll do more of this in the future, but I hope it's helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching my vlog / editing session, I guess. And that's it for today. So I'll see you soon. Appreciate you watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Just hit me with a comment and we'll go from there. See you next time, friends. Take care and adios.